Hi, I'm Sean Stapleton with Dealer Teamwork, and I'm really excited to have one of my best friends in the whole world, Kyle McKinzie with Kruse Motors. Welcome, Kyle.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
Great. Great to see you. And Kyle, I got to just start with, I don't know what's in the water down there. I don't know what you guys are doing, but every trend I see, you're bucking it. Everything they're telling you not to do, you're buying more cars, you're buying more stores, your leads are off the hook. What's going on down there, big guy?
It's just an unorthodox approach to the car business. Hire young people, get young faces, and get them in front of people. Keep the energy level high and make sure you're dialed in with your partners. That's one thing that we've honed in on. It's called exploiting a vendor. You know, who takes the auto trader call every month? Who takes the car gurus call? I take the dealer teamwork call because it's that important to me. And I know if I don't own it, no one's going to. So I got two digital guys underneath me. They're new, they're in college. They're trying to get a grasp on this whole digital marketing thing. And when we get off our dealer teamwork weekly calls, they're looking at me saying, that's nothing like I'm being taught in my digital marketing class at school. And that's because I tell them they're 10 years behind. You got to work with a partner like this that knows what the future is, and they fish where the fish are going to be.
So Kyle, first of all, I'm really grateful for your time and your willingness to talk with us. You know, you've been a long-term family friend. You've been involved in the car business your whole entire life. Maybe we'll get to that in a second. You used to have some great stories about that. But give me your number one. What makes Dealer Teamwork and the MPOP different than the other products out there today?
There's another level, there's another layer of trust in where our money's being spent. Very rarely do vendors tell me to dial spend back, which is something I couldn't appreciate any further, because it seems like every month my account manager is going to tell me, hey, instead of spending, $3,000 here, maybe we want to shift 500 to this new tool that we're piloting. It's got some awesome features to it from our beta test. I'd love to get your guys' feedback. And I think with the market you have and the inventory you have right now, you guys are going to kill it. So it really is, a dual prong approach to working with somebody that you really can trust with your money at the end of the day. Because as car dealers, we all know we don't have all the time at the end of the day to study every single click that we're getting and every single penny that's being spent.
So Kyle, you use the MPOP today for new car marketing, used car marketing, CPO, service. You also just recently added vehicle ads. Tell me about those and why did you pick those particular products to use?
I'm privileged to be a part of the Google Dealer Council. Nationwide, there's 10 dealers on it. I'm one of them. They started talking about vehicle listing ads, so I brought it up on my dealer teamwork call. And exactly as you had mentioned, you guys were already piloting it. You were seeing some very, very exceptional results. I was coached to take my $3,000 to spend 1 month, pull it from social, stick it to vehicle listing ads, because I wasn't ready to throw $3,000, an additional $3,000 on top of my budget. That's something that I haven't seen any facts on yet. And after the first month, we have not stopped. I mean, we've exploited it, and we've put more money towards vehicle listing ads and more money towards social, because again, it's having multiple avenues to contact customers.
Awesome. So Kyle, I think our relationship is extremely strong. We've been doing this for years in multiple stores, but really, we're not really a vendor. We're a partner. Could you explain kind of that feeling to us and the other listeners?
A partner, and a partner holds me accountable. They hold me accountable to making my weekly meetings, because a partner knows that if a dealer's not involved or somebody at the store doesn't have their fingers inside the tool set and they're watching these things, it's never going to work. So that's the part I love most about my partnership with Dealer Teamwork, is they force me, they hold me accountable to making sure that I know where my money's being spent and what it's doing for me.
So what do we do that makes it so easy for you? And is it the support team? Is it the product? Is it a combination of all that? What do you think the success really boils down to?
I think it comes down to the support team and their ability to adapt and their willingness to. We've got, I'm sure a lot of other dealers can relate to this. We've got our group website, but then we've got, 3-4 child websites, because we got all these different OEMs, and they all mandate that you pay how much a month for a website that gets maybe 1,000 visitors. Dealer Teamwork's made it easy. We told them we don't have the time to build specials for every single website. They set up a tool where we can push a button and syndicate it to whichever sites we click, which again, it's just adapting to the dealer's ability to get their marketing efforts out there. I think it's a simple approach to a teamwork environment that's willing to, again, you guys are building tools for us and we're using them and we're giving feedback on how we might be able to use them a little bit easier.
So everyone says we have best in class support. How often are you meeting with your dealer teamwork support teams now? And do you think they're trained adequate, and are they pushing you every day and every time you call, or is it kind of it's the coast mode?
Without a doubt. Like I said, I'm held accountable to weekly calls, and I love that. I don't have any other vendor that tells me I need to be on the phone with them weekly. I have partners that do in dealer teamwork. And the cool part about the support side is I'm being told, like I said, he'll coach me to spend less money. If he's seeing a downslide on this search phrase over here, or maybe, you've captured your own market, let's not talk branded anymore. Let's focus on geo and maybe conquesting our competition. Who do you need to steal market share from? And here's how we're going to do it.
If you were going to say, why should other dealers, non-competitors, why should other dealers use dealer teamwork?
The support team, hands down the support team. And it's the integrity of a company that doesn't tell you got to spend more money to see results. I can't emphasize that enough. And you guys, and the only reason I take your word for it when you tell me I do need to spend a little more is because I know you've told me I need to spend a little less.
That's awesome.
It's that trust factor.
That goes a long way.
It's irreplaceable.
Does dealer teamwork the new product? And obviously we've got cruise control in place. It's building out your offers, your landing pages, updating your keywords, updating Google business profile, etc., pushing out vehicle ads, cars for sale. Is that tool and that automation with your direction made it easier for you to focus on your customers and training your employees?
Very easy. It takes time off my manager's plate, time off our digital marketing team's plate, time off everybody's plate by allowing us to hit build your special, push the syndicate button, and boom, everything's updated and ready. It's live. That's my favorite part. Is if I tell a customer the special's $329 on that car, and on my website right now it's $319, I can go tweak the price, $329, boom, it's live on the website, and I turn around and show it to them.
That's fantastic. You've been really critical in helping us build our products. I appreciate that you're a hands-on dealer. Instead of just working in your store, you're always working on your store. We've had the opportunity, and congratulations. Recently, you've expanded. What are the other brands you've added? Tell me about what the group looks like now and what the brands are and how many stores.
So we're all American other than Cadillac, Chevy, Buick, GMC, 2 Buick GMC stores, Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, with aspirations to continue growing. I mean, a lot of dealers know this is the time where most are taking a cautious approach, and we're, how do you eat an elephant? Balls first, dive in and get the worst part out of the way and get that thing set up for a well-oiled machine.
How can dealer teamwork help you with your growth?
Keep coaching me, keep talking to me about what's coming down the pipeline. That's one of the things that I love the most is it's weekly. Hey, here's something that we've been working on. We're piloting it with this group and that group. Within the next 60 days, we'd really like to give it a try in your store and your market, because it's different from what you're going to see in a very heavily dominated urban market or saturated market. I'm in a rural farm country, and they want to see different results. And they're going to get
on the zone. Every time you continue to say I'm in a rural zone market with farmers, but I look and you're kicking everyone's butt in the cities. And so you might be you might be out in the country a little bit, but you're outpacing a lot of the big dealers in the areas that I'm in.
And I got to attribute a lot of that to my partnership with my account manager. He's the one telling me that as he drives to work, he sees the empty lots. One thing that we're not struggling with is inventory. And he's the one who coached me. You guys need to start spending less in your own backyard, because everybody within a 10-mile radius knows you have $10 million worth of cars. You got to start making sure that the dealers and the customers in the cities know, and in Sioux Falls know, and in the big markets within 200 miles of us understand that we're not starving for metal. So again, it's that coaching from my account manager saying, hey, dude, spend a little bit more money over here. And that's how we've been able to penetrate those big markets.
What's crazy, Kyle, is listening to other dealers and listening to their attitudes, and then you. Let me explain. You keep bumping the trends. Let me use a couple stats. We won't go anything proprietary, right? Your media spend is up 11% month over month when a lot of people are pulling back. Your leads are up 109% in what people are calling a down economy. Your service department, as we continue to add more and more service campaigns, say, Sean, I can't take much more. I only
Nope.
want specific types of service. I don't want necessarily an oil change or a tire rotation. I want the big dollar items. I want the transmissions. I want the recalls. I want the meat and potatoes.
Yep.
Now, that's got to be on purpose, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. It's one of those environments. Our leads are up so much because we merchandise our cars properly. And we're the one thing I love most about my account manager is he won't let me spend more money if my cars aren't merchandised.
That's
Because
awesome.
no one's going to click on that ad if you don't have a price point, if you don't have a payment, and you don't have a picture with the description.
Yeah, and that
Awesome.
really shows. Your click-through rates, your engagement is second to none, particularly if you look at other stores in areas, we'd call kind of a tier 2 market. You have volume, you have traffic, you have profitability of a tier A or tier 1 market, but you happen to be just a little bit further out. I think it really gives you a heck of a competitive advantage.
It does. It's not something that can be easily replicated either from store to store. I mean, we're experiencing that with our new store down here. Within our third month, we spun almost 100 car deals. We got salespeople hitting 20 already that haven't seen a paycheck in 6 months that are just
Wow.
jumping up and down. It's like Jack in the Box down here. This team is psyched, and we're just feeding them inventory and making sure we put the marketing behind it to stick.
And so with that, how does the dealer teamwork strategy help you do that? You got your marketing plans, right? So are we able to help with the landing pages, et cetera, vehicle listing ads? You've got your own in-house photographer. So your offers, your ads, your videos, I mean, they look awesome. Would you be recommending that to other people? And how's the MPOP actually help you get that out to market faster?
The MPOP's the difference maker. I mean, aside from the support team and my account management, the MPOP is the difference. We couldn't do it without a tool set that does it all for us. Plug your numbers and don't be lazy. Build your specials on the first of the month and make sure the world knows. And used cars, I mean, there's an ass for every seat, and we've got a lot of seats out here on our lot, but no one's going to know we have them if we don't advertise them. So you got to build your specials out. And like I said, you got to have payments, you got to have pictures, and you got to have prices, because that's what people buy at the end of the day. Most of them are on a monthly budget. Let's make sure they understand what that one looks like.
What's cool about what you're doing, you're always updating and tweaking in real time. And the MPOP obviously updates your offers, your specials, your keywords, your budgets, all in real time. And what I notice about your account a lot, Kyle, is we'll go in at 8:30 in the morning. We'll check on your numbers. At 9 o'clock, you've made changes. At 11:30, you've made changes. At 1 o'clock, you made changes. And right when I see most people picking up their jacket to go home, you pick up the phone, you make 10 more phone calls, and all of a sudden I see a spike in traffic. That's not by accident. We can see that in the analytics. So does the tool make that easy? And is that real-time functionality? Is that a real difference maker for you?
It's one of my favorite parts. I don't have to manage my marketing if I've got a tool that does it for me. And my two digital strategists are starting to understand the importance of SEO. And when they look at my dealer teamwork landing pages, they're asking, why don't all of our pages on our website have these custom H1 headers, H2 headers, meta tags, meta titles? And I said, it's because they're just cookie cutter. You have to find a partner willing to go that extra mile, take that extra time to set it up properly. And all we have to do is utilize the tool set that they provide us with. So
what do you think's the next big thing coming down the pipe? What are you trying to look for? What's the next thing that's going to set dealers apart in your opinion?
I'm in a very heavy service focused mode, because with all the cars that we're selling and the explosive growth we've seen, we all know that's going to increase our units in operation, and our service department's going to get buried. So one of our biggest focuses right now is how can we make the appointment scheduling process easier? We don't want them to have to pick up the phone. We want them in our Google business profile. It's almost like Domino's, where it recognizes your vehicle. Google knows all this stuff already. We want them to be able to pick from the calendar of availability as to when they want that check engine light diagnosed and how soon we can get it in. So we're in a very, very heavy service focused mode to try and make that customer experience and that transaction simpler on the customer's end.
I had a lot of dealers pull back during the, let's call the recession, or let's call it COVID, or whatever you want to call it, the speed bump we're having. You guys did exactly the opposite, right? And you've gained tremendous double-digit market share when other people were worried about it. Obviously, that was on purpose. I remember having a conversation when you told me you were at the auction, and the amount of cars you bought almost choked a horse. You had no fear. Was that because of the analytics and how you're deciding what cars to buy, how many were getting clicks, et cetera?
Yeah, we study our analytics quite a bit as a team and try and decipher it, if we're gonna play ball, which field do we want to play on? We want to play in the Super Bowl stadium. So how do we get there? Well, we got to have inventory. You can't sell what you don't have. So we went and spent about $2.5 million in a 3-day time frame, gave my office manager a small stroke. She was nervous. We were tight on our floor plan, and we're not scared to admit it. We pitched a little additional capital towards the business to pay for the cars because we were so tight on our floor plan, and it came back tenfold. All we did is worked with our provider that said, hey, I know nationwide, everybody's dialing back on spend. Since you guys have these cars, I would actually recommend increasing budget. And as you just mentioned, our leads are up 110%. We weren't coached wrong. So you spend the money wisely and you make sure you have a partner that knows what that looks like, and the rest just kind of fell into place.
The other thing that I find just amazing what you guys do is your merchandising. Time from the minute you buy a car to get it reconditioned to marketing. I mean, I'm seeing you getting pictures and offers up sometimes, late at night after the store is, done. Because guess what? Clicks never sleep, right? Customers never sleep. So I look at these leads coming in at 11 at night or 1 at night or 6:30 in the morning. That's crazy. I don't understand why other dealers don't understand that. Is that something you were coached or you learned on the way?
We're coached on it, but it's something that everybody's got to adapt to. It's, we've always heard the term speed to market. Whichever vendor or company can come out with the new, coolest, best thing, they're the ones that are going to own it. Well, start with what you got. If you got the car, put a price on it. Pull a window sticker and find out what features it really does have. And then most importantly, we've got our 2 digital strategists. They'll go around at the end of the night to every fresh trade they can find. They'll put a Kruse plate on the front of it and they'll snap like 12 pictures. And they'll upload them at the time they get home, 9:30 at night. So boom, at midnight when it resyndicates, there's already pictures on a car that's not even 12 hours old. So again, that speed to market is a massive competitive advantage, and it's nothing new. It's nothing like any other dealer in America can't do. It's just having a process.
Wow. You said it beautifully. I understand why you're the king of the 20 groups now and why Google asked you to join their digital marketing team. It's just been awesome to see your explosive growth. As a personal friend, it's great to see. It's also great to see people bucking the trend. You're definitely the kind of the leadership of the next generation. I expect that, a week or two from now, I'll hear you're buying another store, and a year from now, you probably got a dealer group. And heck, I see why you're so successful. If I was going to ask you to give us a testimonial of dealer teamwork from the heart, no BS, tell me what you think and why other people should use the tool.
It's a trust factor for me. It seems like every third-party provider always tells me the only way I'm going to see more success is to spend more money. And that's my favorite part about dealer teamwork, is it's the partner that tells me, I actually want you to spend less money this month. Our impression share is much higher than industry average. I think we have a thorough amount of budget. I'd actually like to dial it back and redirect, 4% of it, 5% of it to this new tool over here. It's the coaching and the strategic approach that I don't get from every other provider we work with, that I love so much about dealer teamwork, and being able to do it all right away. There's no lag, there's no delay. If I want a change made, I make it, it's done.
And you think the support, how does our support compare to other people's in the industry?
Let's see, my account manager, on my first phone call with him, asked me for my cell phone, which I never give out, gave it to him. Of course, he texted me immediately. And at the end of the call said, if there's ever anything that needs to be done, I don't care if it's 6 a.m., 6 p.m. or midnight, give me a call. If I'm awake, I'll answer, and I can make that change ASAP. That's the biggest separation I have with dealer teamwork support from every other provider, is their willingness to coach and adapt and just assist dealers with the most important thing at the end of the day. Does it sell cars? It's my favorite, is their ability to understand that our goal is just one. At the end of the day, sell more cars.
When's the last time you talked to your account manager?
This morning. Every Wednesday at 9:30, we've got meetings.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's always great to see you. Like we said, Kruse Motors, keep an eye on these guys. The McKenzies are on fire, right? The brands they have are awesome. You know, your growth has been incredible. You're bucking the trend. I got to give you 2 thumbs up for what you've been doing and what I've been seeing. God bless you. And I say thank you so much for being a true dealer teamwork partner and a great friend.
Always. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Dealer
Thank you.
Teamwork.
Thank you. Take care.